Hi, I'm Preston Walker, licensed marriage family therapist in Nevada and Utah. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about neurofeedback, but specifically how you can tell if you are a good candidate for neurofeedback. Not everyone is a good candidate, so the first and foremost thing is if it is efficacious for your particular symptom. Let's say you have ADHD, it's efficacious and specific for ADHD. Check. Great. Let's say you have schizophrenia. Oh, not enough research has been done on schizophrenia. Probably won't do anything. So that may be a situation where, yeah, it's not efficacious, possibly, but it's experimental and likely you may not get much out of it. So I recommend, if it's for something that's considered efficacious and specific, like ADHD, or if it is considered efficacious. It can be an anxiety disorder, depressive disorder. Interestingly enough, I believe epilepsy is also it's efficacious for that as well. So that would be the first thing. Second, the thing that will help you the most is if you do a QEEG. So this is where you go in, you have an EEG recorded, it's sent into a database, and you get statistical norms. If you get it back and you're in the normal range, you're not a good candidate for neurofeedback. That sucks, but you can keep looking, you can do blood work, you can meet with your doctor, you can meet with your therapist to see where the origins of your symptoms are coming from. If it comes back and it matches your symptoms, matches the research associated with your symptoms, great, you're a good candidate. So if it's like 2 or more standard deviations outside the norm, your theta is super high, your beta is normal, your theta to beta ratio is way out of the norm, you'll likely benefit from neurofeedback. QEEG can be used as a screening tool. Well, what about how to know if you're even at that point where you want to invest a few $100s to tell if you are a good candidate? Well, first thing, going back to the first thing I said, if you have ADHD, depression, anxiety, epilepsy, yeah, like, also, if you have not got much progress from treatment, let's say you're going into therapy for anxiety, not really getting to the root of it. You've done EMDR, not really helping. You've done CBT, not really helping. Well, maybe at that point it is an arousal state issue. It has to do with your EEG. You can get a QEEG. So if you've tried other avenues and you have not had success, that might be an indicator that your symptoms might be coming from another place. A QEEG would let you know if it's EEG based or not. Blood work would let you know if it's like any sort of deficiency. So that's where you can keep looking, is if you've done these things and you're not getting much out of it, well, maybe it's time to look at it through a different lens. So all in all, it comes down to 3 things. If you've pursued treatment, you haven't got much out of it, okay, maybe it's time to look at things differently. If it's efficacious and it suits what you are looking for, okay, good to know. So PTSD, even though it's an anxiety disorder, I believe it's still like, you might get more out of EMDR from that. Even though it's an anxiety disorder, I believe with PTSD, it's not considered efficacious. In those circumstances, I generally recommend therapy instead. But if it's anxiety, depression, ADHD, and even epilepsy, yeah, you can go get a QEEG. You can find out if you're a good candidate. When it's outside the norm, that lets you know. So again, 3 things. If you pursue treatment or treatment's not enough, you may be a good candidate. If it's efficacious for what you're wanting to treat, you may be a good candidate. And if you do a QEEG and it's statistically significant and matches your symptoms, you may be a good candidate. At that point, it's very exciting because now you know where the symptoms are coming from and you have an option to treat it. That being said, you should notice a difference within 5 sessions. Not a huge difference, maybe like 10% towards your goal. you should notice some difference. If you do a bunch of sessions, you do like 15 and you're not noticing anything different, talk to your provider. I wouldn't go that long without saying anything. I would talk with them at 5 sessions. So hopefully that helps on determining whether or not neurofeedback is right for you. Good luck.